Easy money.
Hey, it was easy money. I'm happy you got that on tape. What's your serial number?
It's 37631.
37631. This is how you make your easy money. Misuse of our resources. So I just paused my live feed, and of course the music pauses. They think they took down my live feed. They didn't. Here it goes again. It's the same song they play, copyrighted music over and over again. These cops tried to use the same sort of trick before, it just didn't work. So, I mean, each one of these cops right here, their family's gonna see them running interference for the Scientologists. I wonder how that's gonna look. I mean, I know a couple of these cops are Scientologists. The numbers say so. I wonder which one of these guys is a Scientologist themselves. This is what they're doing. Again, this organization right here, tax exempt. They pay no taxes. We pay for these cops right here, this waste of resources. They get half of our discretionary budget, and here they are, wasting our resources. Closed street except for the cars that come through. Then it's not so closed. Closed to through traffic, but it's just not closed to anybody else. Please explain to me, if this street is closed, why there are people driving through. And of course, again, you have to have how many cops on scene. But these cops, they run interference for the Scientologists. Take a good look at each one of their faces. Them, each one of these guys, if you know them, if you know their family members, you know their kids at school. If your kids go to school, ask them, be like, Dad, why are you doing this for the Scientologists? Feel free to ask them that. If they're your neighbors or your friends, ask them, why are you running interference for the Scientologists? As these cops get half of our budget, half of our budget. Half of our budget. And they have all these cops standing here, again, for sort of traffic control as they let cars go through. You need 5 cops to take care of 3 protesters. And of course, they've got to have strike. You can't just have P2s out here. Like I said, you got to have the P3, the P3 plus 1, and the sergeant. Oh, here comes more. We got backup. Here comes backup, guys. We gotta waste more resources. Here comes another car down the street. Remember, there's a street closure. There's a street closure, but cars are allowed to drive through. It's a street closure, but cars are allowed to drive through. It's a street closure and cars are going in both directions through. But it's a street closure. A street closure. Look at this. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at this. They're just holding up traffic now. They're just holding up traffic. Look at this. It's so ridiculous. He's like, I'm gonna go back the way I came. Fuck it. Cops holding me up. Got these cops holding me up. I'm just gonna go back the way I came. As they're here, again, playing their copyrighted music. It's the same song over and over again. Their whole goal is to get the streams taken down, but it's not. But it's not. But yeah, look at these cops. This is how they're I guarantee they're doing overtime right now too. All this overtime. So you guys are getting 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 an hour to do this. To run interference for the Scientologists. A cult, a human trafficking organization. These people that live here work 110 hours a week and don't get paid for it. A lot of them are from other countries and they have their visas removed. And these cops are here protecting human trafficking. We talk all this stuff about human trafficking to save our children. You guys be the first ones out there at a rally screaming, save our children, as you have these cops right here protecting a human trafficking organization. Like I said, this guy right here, this is a guy from USC. Well, he didn't know the rules, and Sergeant Deneen had to put him in his place, and he was flustered. He's a P3 plus 1, right? Then you got a P3 over there, a field training officer training a rookie. Then you got a sergeant over there who's the supervisor. And as you've seen, there's cars going up and down this street. They're saying, oh, no, the street's closed except for everybody else. It's closed for everybody except for the 3 people out here protesting. Other than that, and it's a misuse of the system, these guys right here don't pay any taxes. Scientologists pay nothing in taxes. We pay for this, as they get half of our budget. And they're trying to talk it over. They're trying to figure it out. Like I said, the Scientologists is a public street. They really think they own this street. This street should never have been named L. Ron Hubbard Way. It never should have. But here we have the cops out here defending L. Ron Hubbard Way. It's pathetic. You guys should all be ashamed. Your family should be at home being like, Dad, why are you doing this? This is what you do. You're getting paid overtime, so you volunteered for this duty. You didn't have to. If it's overtime, you didn't have to work tonight. You didn't have to do this. You're like, nah, I'm gonna get paid extra money to protect this human trafficking organization. Like I said, they got kids in here working, 13 years old, working 110 hours and stuff. These people are slaves, and here you are protecting them. It's pathetic. You should be ashamed. I'm gonna make sure this gets out there. I'm gonna make sure your family's ashamed. But it's only right. So these people, like I said, they say the street is closed right now, these cops. But you see, there's traffic going up and down the street. People are doing what they want. The cops, they have 5 cops out here. They have 5 cops out here saying that the street is closed as they let traffic come up and down the street. I would just... They don't have anything. We're not even going to ask them. We're just going to stay here. They know. There's a guy from USC. The guy who couldn't get it right. Look, more traffic coming down the street. Nobody gets stopped except us. All the attention is on making sure that we can't come down the street, but cars can come up and down the street. I'm seeing Ubers come up and down the street. Like I said, they have 5 cops. And with stripes, 3 with stripes, so you know all that money that's being wasted. Again, we got that sergeant, the P3+1, the goofball guy. We got that P3 over there and 2 P2s. Although if there's a P3 over there, the other guy, the little guy over there, he might be a rookie. I'm guessing he's a rookie and maybe she's working odd person out tonight. But yeah, they're saying the street is closed, but you know, you see how well that's going for them. That's not going too well for them because here we are. They talk all that until you come walking up, you challenge them. Ask to see the permit, and all of a sudden now it's like, as people are walking, they say nobody's allowed over here as people are walking their dogs. So it's only, they have 5 cops out here directed at what? 6 people? 3 of these guys got stripes. Like I said, the sergeant over there, he makes about 155, 160,000. The P3+1, he's a traffic officer, so he gets a ton of overtime because they'll be doing like DWI task force and stuff like that. So when I look him up, I bet you he makes at least 150. And I mean, sometimes you see a P3+1 make up to $200,000. You know, the governor making more than the governor, a P3+1. You got the P3 over there, who's a field training officer. He's making himself 130 easy. And then you got the regular officers against us. Against us. Against who? Because you know why? Because you're a psycho, man. Are you on YouTube?
Yeah, but just removing the speaker right now.
Are you getting hit with a violation or anything?
Not right now.
If I do it, they will?
Yeah, they will.
So I'm not going to do it. I'm just going
You got
to...
3 dogs.
Yeah, I'm not even going to mess around. I'm just recording it and I can go back and try to edit out some of the... remove some of the background sound.
No, all we need Just speaker right here, blasting our own.
Yeah.
Are you live on Film the Robots? Is that what you're live on, or which one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, guys. It's live on Film the Robots.
No. You on TikTok? You on TikTok?
Yeah.
Nah, don't come to mine. Shoot, stay on
bro,
yours.
Everybody's
Nah.
like, what is he doing?
Nah.
Yeah, you're on Film Robots, right? Everyone
Yeah, but if they're on TikTok, they should be on your stuff.
on yours.
But yeah.
Yeah, they want you, man.
I know, but they can hear my voice anyway. I'm about to cut it off.
They're coming in robots. You're filming right now. These are all
Look,
bots.
but the streets are closed as they have people walking up and down the street with their dogs.
Hey, how many thinking the people who walk their dogs are actually Scientologists?
They just live in an area. You know what it is? There's not a whole lot of grass around. You got to pee your dog.
True.
I mean, I say that, but I mean, you got Barnstable Park over there. But it's not a bad place to walk your dog. But I wouldn't trust it. When I run my dog, we run on the other side of the street.
Down the street, huh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let them. Plus, they used to have a robot over there.
You need umbrellas, you guys.
Nah, we're good.
Thank you. So does this mean I can cross the sidewalk?
I wouldn't do it yet.
Just to test their waters.
I would go down there and do it though. Why not?
You go over there, cross right here, huh?
Yeah, they're not right in front of their face, but go halfway down. I'm probably gonna do it.
What about like up to that tree? You think I'll be chilling?
Look, they're walking with the dog. I'm gonna go for a little walk. I'm going for a walk, guys. I know.
All right.
I'm still going for a walk. Look, what they're saying. I asked them for the. They were talking all that junk. Look, there's people all up and down this street.
Apparently, one of the cops that asked the cab if they're scared. Are you scared?
The cop asked Cam if he's scared.
Yeah.
Well, they. I want to ask them if I make them scared. Because you notice now they are not trying to enforce shit. The cops just bluff like that. You know, they just they make up their own rules because nobody ever challenges them. That's my thing. Nobody ever challenges cops.
Then once you know your laws against them, then they end up shutting it.
Yeah, they talking about nobody can come down the street, not even on a sidewalk. Please. All I asked for was a permit. Give me the permit. You could have gave me the permit. You didn't. They just sat there look. They have to give you a warning. They have to give you a lawful warning. But I mean, come on now. They're gonna say the street is closed. As I've seen a bunch of cars coming down the street. Got people right in front of us walking their dogs. So now it's like you got to make a point. When they play these games, you got to make a point. Gotta let them know. Because if you give them an inch, you let somebody take away just a little bit of your rights, they're gonna keep pushing. They're gonna keep on pushing that boundary. So you got. Yeah, so you have to just lay it down 100%. You gotta let these Scientologists know that they can't just go to the cops and the cops are gonna do whatever, violate laws and not be challenged. Challenge all of that. Where? What kind of phone you have?
USB-C.
Nothing, right?
Perfect, yeah. Appreciate it.
From here? Look, they acting like this street is closed. You notice they have 2 of these barriers in the street, but they got 4 on the sidewalk. It's like they don't want anybody on the sidewalk. This wasn't about stopping cars from going down here. It was about stopping pedestrians from a public sidewalk. From a public, man. That's their music too? I'm sure the neighbors are just loving that.
Have you seen the window with the door that has the window wide open? Speak right there.
Really? I'm sure the neighbors just love them blasting that music. Wow, so they're acting like they own the sidewalk over here too. They're like, we own the sidewalk. And this is the reason why I started fighting with these guys in the first place. Because they were acting like they own the damn sidewalk. Look at this. Who do they think they are to pull this? Look at this. I think I'm about to move these, man. I definitely want to see the permit. If they don't have the permit for these, we're moving those.
We can move.
We can move them right now. Wait, I want to see the permit first. Then we're gonna move them.
I know for sure this street right here is not blocked up.
Yeah.
I think they only shut down the permit earlier, so right now.
I'm gonna get all their serial numbers. We're gonna write them up for line. Because listen, even if they got it wrong, even if they didn't understand it, they still were making a statement that was dishonest.
Yeah.
And I think defense attorneys and defendants in past cases and future cases should be made aware of their incidents of dishonesty. Well, I mean, did they lie on an arrest report before or make a mistake on an arrest report? Do they have a history? And I think, if I'm gonna go on trial and I find out there's a cop who is my word versus his and they have dishonesty, I want to use that at trial.
Right here, passing through, they have a fire pit, I'll just turn it up. We walk through right there in the middle of, they're having like some sort of I don't know, like a service.
These people.
Easy money.
Hey, it was easy money. I'm happy you got that on tape. What's your serial number?
It's 37631.
37631. This is how you make your easy money, huh? What's your serial number?
37603.
So you guys were in the same class, huh?
Almost. Have a good night, guys.
What were they here for all day?
They're having an event in Scientology.
Oh, are they?
I can't believe he said that. I can't believe he said that on tape.
That's a complaint.
I can't believe.
I mean, it was.
It's not gonna. Yeah.
Stand there.
Look good, right?
It's the easiest of money. I mean, these people are saving lives over
The
here.
problem is they keep on asking for more money.
But they know they're gonna get it.
What did he say it was? 37601? In some ways, yes. So he's a traffic cop. He probably does DWI stings or something like that. Or they could be like some sort of task force.
Yeah.
So they don't get paid overtime. They get paid like double time for the task force work.
Right.
Where did you find that information? Is it online?
Yeah, I mean, it's all public information. If you can go to, there's different sites. You can go to Transparent California. Everybody who is a public employee in California has their pay listed on it. So if you work for UCLA, your information is public. Or you can go to watchthewatchers.net and it'll list the cops, give you all the information. Like that's him, Michael Geitham, South Traffic Division. He's a detective.
Oh.
You're a detective. Detective, again, this is a guy who, when we were over at USC, he had to learn the rules. He told us we couldn't be in the street. I had told him that you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about. And Sergeant had to tell him that no, there's nothing you can do. They're allowed to be in the street.
Do you know who killed the homeless guy today?
The officer, I don't know who. I know that he had a stick.
Right.
He had a stick.
A
The
deadly
cop
stick.
shot him.
And they said that they tried rubber bullets first.
Yeah, they say that.
No, I'm saying, like, the rubber bullet wasn't good enough. May as well murder him.
They probably use, honestly, not even rubber bullets. They probably use the 44 millimeter foam. Just, I mean, if it hits me in this, it's gonna lump up my skin or something.
Yeah.
But is it gonna?
You wouldn't call that a rubber bullet?
A rubber bullet's a rubber bullet.
Oh, it's smaller?
Rubber bullet's a rubber bullet. You don't want to get hit with those.
I don't want to get
Rubber,
rid of any
a rubber
of
bullet. Yeah, no, I know, but a rubber bullet you don't want to get hit with. It's just,
Go through or what?
yeah, I mean,
If they stop
you
the
get hit in the
rubber
eye, you're gonna kill you. Huh?
If they stop the rubber bullet?
They're supposed to, when they shoot the rubber bullets, they're supposed to actually not point it at you. You're supposed to skip it off the ground.
Right.
So you don't want it. You don't want those.
That
I
was
mean,
the Wii spot.
nah, not even Spot. Echo Park. They pointed one at Lex.
A rubber bullet.
Rifle.
How do you know the difference if they're
You can see
pointed at you?
it because the 44 millimeter or the 40 millimeter and 44 millimeter foam rounds, they look like Tonka toys. They're green.
ones?
Yeah.
That's
They wear a strap over the
that's
shoulder.
better one to get shot.
Technically, I mean, it's a bullet wrapped up in foam,
I see.
right? The problem is if the foam deteriorates over time, you can have a problem. But luckily for us, you know how a lot of that is getting funded. So they had a program where, you know how they had the telephone programs in jail. The contractors make a ton of money from that.
Yeah.
So they changed it around and they said, okay, you're gonna have to give like, I don't know what percentage, 19% of your profits, gonna have to go back to the inmates, to the inmate welfare fund.
Yeah.
And then so we did a CPRA on this stuff. And we found out that the inmate welfare fund, they were using it to buy less lethal weapons and even shotguns. That's what the inmate welfare fund. So that's why Kenneth Mejia, when he's out here going after the helicopters, and to me, I thought that was a silly audit.
Yeah.
I thought it was a silly audit. It was pointless. It's 1% of our budget.
Yeah.
But there's other things he could be going after, like inmate welfare fund, like the drop
Does he have a
program.
big staff though?
He's got to listen. He told me personally, he's understaffed. And
He did say this?
yeah, he said that. Every city department is understaffed. Every single one of them.
But I thought he had like a dozen.
He's got
or
lots
two.
of. Listen, he can direct. He has enough staff to get shit done, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe one of the guys just did the helicopter and got back to him. Because it was so
They used all their resources on the helicopter stuff.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, and then they got mad because they said the LAPD wouldn't coordinate with them. They said they were being snowballed by.
He's shocked by this?
Well, yeah. He said he was being snowballed by an appointee, a political appointee. I figured out who it was. I checked the minutes on we CPR'd his minutes,
Yeah.
and it was what's her name from the Office of Constitutional Policing, Elizabeth Rhodes. But my thing is, why in a press conference they refused to say who it was?
Right.
Why don't you say who it was? And on top of it, you have subpoena power. Why are you not using your subpoena power? You're crying about them.
Kenneth has that?
Yeah. Kenneth has subpoena power. He has a badge too.
No.
I guess I'll say it on here. I don't care. You know, I got hired. I was agreed to be on Kenneth's team,
Yeah.
and I turned it down at the last minute. I agreed. We had meetings and all that.
Yeah.
I don't like Rick Cole, the guy who runs this shit.
Yeah.
I knew it was gonna be a problem. I knew they were gonna be weak.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll do more on the outside.
You said no because of Rick?
I said no because it was gonna be too restrictive on what I want to do. They asked me how much I want to get paid. I was like, I'm not even thinking about that. They're like, what are you, 130, whatever? And I said I don't want any money.
What?
I didn't want any money. I didn't want it to be out of
You didn't say
principle.
deferred to
No.
here in LA?
No. I didn't want any money
Good for
because I didn't want anybody saying you're doing this for money.
They say that to you anyway.
I know.
Take the
When have
money.
I ever asked for money?